Yo, what's going on, man? You know who this is. I'm back. It's Lakers Chronicles, breaking that news for the Lakers Nation. I know y'all guys been seeing over the weekend, the Lakers been having some good rumors, so a couple people been hitting me up about doing a video about the rumors that's been going on. First starting off with Jordan Clarkson, I just want to get into that a little bit and, read deeper in between the lines and explain what I think they could be trying to do and what angles and what directions are the Lakers trying to go in, based off what I've been reading and what I've been seeing, and how I think things will play out. So, you know, Jordan Carson's name has been coming up in rumors, and I know a lot of people are heartbroken by that. Wants to see Jordan Clarkson be a Laker for a very long time. They love the fact that this guy came from the second round. Back when Kobe was kind of injured, he stepped up, played good minutes, did good things as a rookie. So it's going to be hard to see Jordan Clarkson go. But what I want people to understand is the Lakers are in a rebuild, and it's going to be almost impossible to keep all of our young core players. In order to get rid of a Mars guy for a Luau Day, we either gonna have to package up a pick, or what's gonna have to happen is to, if nobody's gonna take those guys because they look at them as damaged goods or older veterans that got paid too much, then that means we're gonna have to get rid of Jordan Carson's salary in order for us to try to get a good player in 2018 free agency. So one of those three players has to go, and more than likely, it's going to be hard to trade Luau Day or Timothy Mozgov. So Jordan Clarkson is pretty much the oddball out. I don't think they will be willing to trade D'Angelo Russell because he has more potential than Clarkson. He's younger. He's a better shooter. He's a better passer. I think he's just a better player. He just needs to be a little more consistent. So, that kind of pretty much takes D'Angelo Russell out the conversation. Julius Randle, if you've been watching and looking at the news, Julius Randle is looking like he's a transformer. He done went from, being kind of, chunky to cut up and ripped in just 3 weeks. So, he's a powerful. I don't think they're going to get rid of a guy who could average a double-double, who really technically is only in his second year. So, that's out. You need Larry Nance to back him up. He's out. And then you got Zubac. Zubac is a monster. Could be a young Mark Gasol. So you can go ahead and cancel that. They're not going to get rid of Zubac unless they get a real good center in return. I don't even think they're going to go get a center in the free agency unless he's just going to be a backup. If they knew they was going to get rid of Mozgov, Mozgov is probably going to end up being Zubac's backup for the next 2 years or the next year. So that kind of just leaves Jordan Clarkson out, to hang or whatever like that. So, don't be surprised if they get rid of Jordan Clarkson to get a player that's going to come off the books this year, or they trade Jordan Clarkson for a draft pick, or they trade him for maybe a veteran who could contribute right now, who has a fair contract. It's a lot of different scenarios that could go with that. But also, I think Jordan Clarkson would be perfect in the six-man role. If they draft Lonzo Ball, they can slide D'Angelo Russell to the two. Then you got Clarkson that could come in and back up either one of those. That's what I feel. But I'm guessing they feel like Clarkson's a shooting guard. They got D'Angelo. They need to go get a sharpshooter who can come in and hit down the three that fits more of Luke Walton's offense. Even though D'Angelo can hit the three, I think he's more of a different scorer. He can score from dribble penetration. He can score from pick and roll, pick and pop. He can score in a lot of different ways, but we need a sharpshooter. So I'm guessing, that's probably why they're trying to part ways with Clarkson. My number one reason why they're parting ways with Clarkson is because of the money situation. So that's what I think they're going to end up doing with Jordan Clarkson. Just we'll see how that plays out. You know what I mean? They might not trade him. They might trade him. If we want to free up some cap, we probably will trade him. So, Lakers Nation, don't get your hearts too caught up in this situation. Also, I know y'all been hearing that right now the Lakers are not really sold on Lonzo Ball. And I don't know if that's just to do that to just throw people off or they really feel that way. But what I'm thinking is maybe they want to get rid of Jordan Clarkson because they think Josh Jackson's a better fit at the two. 6'8", plays defense, starting to learn how to hit the jumper, was hitting the jumper towards the end of the season. Very athletic. And like I said, he's defensive first. And Jordan Clarkson don't really play D. And in today's game, it's all about being 3 and D or longer. And that's pretty much what Josh Jackson does. He's a 6'8", for sure defender, very long arms, very athletic, and I think he's only like 19, so you got the potential there. So maybe the Lakers let Clarkson go to get a backup point guard, and then bring in Josh Jackson as a shooting guard and keep D'Angelo Russell at the one. I don't think they're really gonna pass on Lonzo Ball, but from what I've been reading, he's gonna have to show out in his workout on the 7th. And so if he don't show out on his workout, it's a possibility he might not get picked number one. And I know a lot of people would be surprised by that, but there's no guarantees in LA. So, you know, don't get your hopes up, man. I think Magic is here to do business. He's gonna pick the best person available at the number 2 pick. I don't know if he's, if that's Lonzo Ball, if that's Josh Jackson. Does Lonzo Ball go number 1? Markelle Fultz fall number 2? It just depends on what Magic is looking for. But what I'm saying is, don't be surprised if Lonzo Ball doesn't end up in a Lakers uniform. Maybe they feel like D'Angelo can really hold it down at the number 1 position with the right players around him. He has a weakness on defense, so they need to put a defensive guy beside him. Lonzo Ball don't really play D, so it would be kind of hard to make that work. But yeah, man, y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, subscribe, comment for sure, because I'm going to reply to them comments. And you know what it is, man. It's the Lakers Chronicles.